Technical issues now resolved.
Running up like the top dogs in
Yeah.
the kennel.
So we gotta go ahead and fight Le Joker.
Leisure Walker. The Leisure Walker.
The Leisure Walker. The Leisure Suit Larry of Batman villains.
Could Leisure Suit Larry just be a Batman villain and just be Leisure Suit Larry? Just a pervert trying to get the sex, and Batman has to like stop him from just doing really horrible things to women.
I mean, I suppose that can, or having horrible things done to him by sort of women, I guess.
Yeah. It's always been an odd series. I'm surprised they never did the Space Quest Leisure Suit Larry crossover.
Are you though? Are you truly?
Come on, we need the Sierra computer game universe come
Your
together.
desire to link everything through a connected universe is both honorable and foolish.
Just join the hive mind, Kurt. Everything together is one.
One
This,
unified whole, as it should be.
yeah, the stream's still not on.
Um, I'm being told
Says
we're live.
it says offline to me.
Huh. To refresh the page.
I will refresh the page. Oh, I've been blocked from using Twitch. Even though what?
What? Well, we're getting salutations from the welcoming committee here.
Okay.
Um, which cannot be heard on the hold on, let me make sure that our desktop audio is properly configured. One quick second. Properties. Let's go ahead and set that. Not that.
Okay. Now it says live.
Okay.
No, it's still showing a black screen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why not getting. Actually, I might. Why? Let me check filters. There are no filters. All right. I don't know why there's no game audio. I apologize, but shit happens, I guess. 4%
Oh,
volume. That doesn't. Okay, let's bump that up to 25. All right. Well, we'll just go through life, I guess.
I'll be blind. It'll be fine.
Well, let me check the stream to make sure that it's actually, because that would be rather silly if we did all this with
Or
no
nothing.
record of it happening. This is going to turn into a universe situation. We do the intro
Awkward.
all over several times. Okay, well, it looks like we're streaming just fine. My only advice to you would be to continue to refresh the page and maybe close your browser and reopen it.
That might be a good one.
And there it is. There's Joker. Joker's little party bot, which was him the whole time. Probably.
Maybe. Sort of. You know what? Maybe I'll go watch Twitch on my mobile device.
You know what? Yeah, it was him the whole time. Defeat Joker before he destroys Gotham. No pressure.
Hey, it works.
Hey, look at that.
I jerry-rigged this after all.
Well, that's because your phone is about 7 times the computer that your computer is.
No, man, I'm living in the post-apocalyptic future age. I'm doing this on my tablet. I can do
Oh.
something else on my phone. What if I watch this on the camera of my tablet, watching it on my phone? That's stupid. That's what that is.
Yes. I'm glad you realized it before I had to say it. I would have used much harsher terminology.
Yes. Meanwhile, as I watch one of the dumber Skittles commercials, the one where the kid has Skittles pox, and the tagline is "Contract the rainbow,
Yes.
taste the rainbow,"
The fat
which
ginger
just
kid,
doesn't sit
mind
right.
you.
Yeah.
Because we're all fat bullies or nerds.
No pretty gingers exist.
No. No handsome redheads with jaw lines like a Civil War general.
Sad. All right, I'd like to get to watching this gameplay and not watch your stupid advertisements there. Which, you know, love it. You're supporting the site and supporting us, I guess. But
Yeah,
no one likes
in a
ads.
very roundabout way.
No one likes ads. South Park did their dissertation on this in their 9th season.
Yeah.
Ads
So
are
the gist of
actually
that
aliens.
cutscene, since there was no game audio, is Joker's upset that we were foiling his plans. What a shocking development! I know.
So it came from the shocker.
And we got a little
So
Titan AE action going on here.
Ooh.
You get a gold star if you remember that movie.
I remember that they named the planet Bob at the end. They're like, "What's New Earth? We'll name it Bob."
They were trying to be silly. Ow. Okay. That's a lot of Titans, and I'm not enjoying that. Too many Titans. You'd have far less Titans. This isn't fucking God of War.
They're normal sized people in God of War. Oh, not God of War, Gears of War, where everyone is essentially the Titans fighting
Yeah,
even bigger
there
guys.
was an interesting character design. Make everyone bulky and blocky. All
What
right,
if we just
let's get this rodeo going. Let's start this rodeo show. Grab the other
yeehaw?
one.
So,
Slapping them. Slapping them.
slappers only.
This is like a chicken fight.
Man, Chicken in the Pool was a game that like everyone knew about, but I never really saw any of my friends play in the pool. Oh, maybe that's partially because we always went to like the public pool
Yeah.
and no
As
chicken
a former
allowed.
lifeguard, I can tell you that the chicken is not tolerated.
It's an anti-waterfowl place.
It is a liability nightmare.
Yeah. Uh, um, maybe bring your trunks when you come. There might
I
be a
actually
pool.
did pack a suit. I figured
Lovely.
better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, we gotta give Jake the skinny on that.
Yeah. All right. So that fight went about as poorly as I could possibly imagine it.
Lovely. When it's just as poorly as the episode of Stargate SG-1 I saw yesterday.
Oh, do
And while you're
tell.
tackling, yes. So I thankfully missed the episode where the military crack team of this SG-1 got involved in a space race, like a race in space for
Right.
prize money. Um, you know, that was a thing. But I did get to tune in to the episode where they meet the Amazonian warriors, and they're all like women and strong, but they have to steal the space worms because all of them they all have space diabetes. Even Tialk, who's Christopher Judge, and they're all the strong aliens. They're like the Vulcans of Stargate SG-1 or whatever.
Right.
So they all have the symbiotes to make them not die. But some doctor on another planet invented basically space insulin. They have to take space insulin for their space diabetes.
Right.
But some of them don't want to because they don't know if the space isn't going to work. So conflict.
Jesus.
And Michael Shanks, Daniel Jackson, sits next to a little girl and has a weirdly creepy, it's too awkward of a conversation for me to feel comfortable during that entire scene, because he does like the weird squint thing, like he'll squint,
Right.
and I'm just like, don't squint at the little girl while you're like talking to her about puberty and stuff.
What's wrong with
And you're
squinting
like,
at the little girl? Little girl.
little girl. And he's like, you know, you're coming of age or whatever, and blah blah blah. It's like, just don't tell anyone we talked,
You're
okay?
gonna
Because your
start
sister doesn't want to be
noticing some
talking,
changes in your body.
such as you need to be implanted with a space worm. That's fun. Yeah, so they take they take them there and they try to give them it, and some of them die, but most of them don't. But I don't know. It's yeah, and then the episode just goes. There's laser fights, and I don't know.
Of course, why wouldn't there be
Teal'c
laser
bangs a
fights?
chick. Yeah, he like they have a hot, sexually tense, you know, karate fight as is bound to happen here, and
The man and
then
the
he
little
bangs.
girl?
No, no, he bangs the hot older Asian, not Asian lady, blonde lady. Um, and then and then he's like, now I have a new wife because my old wife died. So my son is a great warrior, and now you're gonna be his stepmom.
I
Um,
mean, you know,
sure,
as is customary on that planet.
right? Oh, and then I don't know. That was most of it. But oh, Stargate, what a silly little show. Like just one of my more favorite small things about it is that T-Alex's mentor, like Braytag, he's just this old ass white dude, just with just looking like the oldest guy, and he's supposed to be like his mentor or whatever. And like every 5 episodes, where it's like an episode with him and T-Alex, Braytag just gets his ass handed to him and like is almost dead. And T-Alex has to have like a crisis of faith where it's like his
Oh, that
best
is
friend.
bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. And then he doesn't die. And at the end, you're like, oh, he's still alive. And it was weird because I saw it spoiled because I watched like the end seasons of like episode like 11, you know, season 11 or whatever, and he's still alive. Then I go back to season 7, and it's like, oh, he doesn't die here. Awkward. Then I saw it happen again, and like a third time, and I'm like, guys, just stop milking this old man's death for your view count.
I went on
It's
a
okay.
spiritual journey to the Gatorade labs, which are in hell.
Death is death is too good for SG-1.
As I saw the tear in his eye, I knew the terrible truth. There was no bitter Gatorade.
Oh. Oh no! Now I'm watching a Geico ad where the Geico Gecko is Pixel Man, because they just got on that trend.
I would like
For
to see, you know, at least a dime of some of this ad money that they seem to be rolling in off our work here. We're on the long road to a Twitch partnership. But
The
we have been
Fury Road.
gaining followers at a decent clip. Um, unfortunately, or I don't know if you would say unfortunately, but you know, everyone seems to be following us for like different games since we play a variety on this here channel.
Hey man, monoculture was the death of the potatoes. And don't be a potato. Have variety. Or you could be a banana and have no variety and have not even be able to have seeds. Freaking bananas.
Oh, it's not the banana's fault. We've done a bunch of somewhat distasteful genetic engineering with bananas.
Yes. For those of you watching who don't know, you know that banana flavor in like your Laffy Taffy and your Runts that doesn't taste like banana at all, and you're like, why the hell is this banana? I don't like this. This sucks flavor. Get out of my face. Um, that was what bananas tasted like back in like the 40s, but then they killed that cultivar, and now we have this one, which tastes different.
Yes, tastes a lot less less powerful, I guess.
Yeah. We can continue the genetic engineering fun fact train with the old school, back when it was just called breeding. We couldn't just get in there. We had to iterate it the slow
Yeah.
way. Um, apples. Apples, if they just grow, they'll always give you random crap flavors. They will never just on their own, even if they grow from a really delicious variety, it will never make on their own like good ones. You have to splice in the old the sapling or whatever, the cutting of a good flavor apple into your junk poop tree, and then it will make apples. Or you can be real fancy and then mix in some like lemons and maybe some other apple flavors, and you have like this friggin' Voltron tree that'll just make whatever the hell fruit,
Speaking
like
of
5 different
Voltron,
fruits at once.
Legendary Defender Season 3, premiering this weekend.
Oh shit! Go watch our review of Voltron 3 Legendary Defenders. Not Voltron 3.
Voltron 3. The Voltron Rises.
Voltron 3 white and black version. No, white and blue version. I still don't know why Mega Man decided to go that route with its like versions for the Game Boy. I'm like,
Because Capcom's a
those colors
terrible
go
company.
together. Yeah.
They didn't.
Wasn't that just the oddest thing in mobile portable gaming, handheld gaming, was the versions?
Um. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was something that you really only found in that arena.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just interesting me to look back on, and just see like, oh, this game was actually 2 games, and you couldn't get this one game without the other one. It was that time's version of like Toys to Life games. I think that's where I make the comparison in terms of like gimmick for completing a game.
I
Although I
guess.
will say, uh, these the versions games were executed probably much better than Toys to Life games.
Yeah. Um. So we're supposed to be rumbling here with Titan Joker, but he seems blissfully unaware of anything that's going on. That seems frozen in place, to be honest.
Loop his AI.
I don't appear to be
Cheese
making
him.
any headway. Um.
The real
Um.
villain of the game.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and restart from last checkpoint, shall we?
Yay.
Cutscene. Which didn't load last time, so that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be inclined to believe that.
Joker got himself a Titan thing. Um, Something about wanting to break down Batman's grim facade. You can watch these cutscenes; they're on YouTube. If you really want the game audio, again, I apologize that we don't have that today. I don't know why we don't have it today, but we don't.
It's always a grab bag. Like, what streams problems is your stream going to have today?
Well, it's because we took the steps to set up how we're going to stream coder and stuff. Hopefully, it depends. Like, I'm good with keeping with this style. Uh, I mean, we have to give up 60 frames per second to go with the other style. But if you and Jake both prefer the like having the more direct feed, then it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go.
But I really want to try to get that figured because with Knights of the Old Republic we have to make a lot of real time decisions. Well, not real time decisions, but it'd be annoying to have that 15-second Twitch delay or however many seconds it is.
Yeah. No, I get that. Um, yeah, cutting down on that, real helpful. Although my a lot of my memories of KOTOR, I don't know. KOTOR has always reminded me of waiting because my brother would do the thing where he just leave the game on in what didn't seem to be like good pause positions. It always made me anxious. Like he'd be playing Halo and he just like he wouldn't even pause. He just let the Master Chief just sit there
Right.
and just be doing the idle animation for like 5 hours. And I'm like, ah. And then you do that with KOTOR, where he just stop in like a dialogue box, like while they were doing dialogue, and just wait on it.
Yeah.
Which I guess is not uncommon, but I don't
Not
know.
not dreadfully so, no. But I'll have to dust off my literal actual spreadsheet of Knights of the Old Republic builds.
Oh baby. Do you have any like really fun off the wall builds?
Um, I have a build for an all skills Jedi. Like a lot of the really like off the wall builds, um, would be really boring to watch because they're not very strong in combat. It would require a lot of like tactical pausing and controlled retreats.
Aw, okay.
Yeah,
Well, just
but
make
we've
DPS
got a
build.
bunch of kind of different gameplay styles, I guess, reflected in what I have chronicled my many
Mm-hmm.
years of playing the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be like I don't know. I'd say you're probably one of the more senior authorities at KOTOR at this
I
point.
like to think so. Like, I mean, it's hard to tell, but yeah, I was a big contributor to Game Facts back in the day, and you
Word.
know, I've crunched a lot of the numbers for some of the arguments, like the whole strength versus dexterity argument, where really when you look at it, dexterity is kind of a useless stat
Mm-hmm.
because of how defense is calculated in the game.
Yeah, there's always one of those where it seems like in a lot of like RPGs I've seen where one stat just as a way they can't balance everything fully
Yeah.
all the time.
I mean,
So
it's not
sometimes.
useless, but like the idea is that with dexterity, you can go ahead and you can have a high defense, and you can use that multiplier for your attacks when you're using a lightsaber with a Jedi character, which your character is, or becomes eventually, rather. Uh,
Uh-huh.
so they're like, what you should just dump into Dex because it gives you the defense. But even with using the dexterity multiplier, you lose out on a lot of bonus to hit and other damaging uh benefits that strength as a stat gets you. And so the saying goes, dex kills or strength kills, but dexterity kills eventually. So like
Right.
you can make either work, but it's far more advantageous to go with a strength based build.
Meanwhile, as we beat down on goons and goons and goons,
Yeah, it's a lot of goons.
could you even call it a you could put them into divisions, like a squadron, some
Yeah.
sort of goon squad.
Some sort of goon squad, yeah. So if you recall, I said that Joker was a pushover compared to Poison Ivy. And if you'll notice his health bar,
Yeah,
there is one last. I think there's a second component to this fight, if I remember correctly. But we get our health back at certain segments. Like we just got our health back there.
that's nice. Yeah, Joker's just he seems really tanky.
Like this isn't. I wouldn't go as far as to say this is an easy fight. But compared to Poison Ivy, it is
Yeah,
a cakewalk.
I like brawling instead of fighting in a bullet hell game with Batman.
Yeah, bullet hell is fine if that's your thing, but it was never really my thing.
Also, is bullet hell games are they supposed to have like a lore and story?
Bullet
I can
hell
never
is
tell.
like at least maybe we were operating under different assumptions of what is a bullet hell game, but to me it's like a spaceship shooter that has all the projectiles on screen.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. But what's the Japanese one with all the maid girls? There's like, do you
Oh,
know
I
what I'm
missed my
talking about?
opportunity. Yeah, I think so. Is that the one with like the different Uh, I don't know. I'm thinking of the one on the Dreamcast. I think it was on the Dreamcast that had like white and black projectiles, and you'd have to switch the color of your ship to be immune to one versus the other.
Um, sort of. Let me find. I'm gonna find like the oh yeah, Toho games. You ever seen those?
It was Joker getting electrocuted.
Shock. Give him the old static shock.
It's a shock to your system.
Oh, what a great show.
Um, I don't know. Like I haven't seen it recently enough to really evaluate it. I have some fond memories of the first season at least. I remember the second season, or later seasons rather, kind of disappointing me in some respects.
Yeah. I mean, make no doubt, it's real cheesy compared to like, Batman or Superman at the same time period.
Oh my god, I've been watching Batman the animated series again, and it is a lot better than it had any right to being. So yeah, that's the game. We just beat Joker. All there
Yeah.
was to that.
Did it, guys.
Criminals back in custody. People coming down off their venom highs. A lovely smile on Joker there.
As it should be.
And a bank was just being robbed by Two-Face. There's no rest for the weary.
Batman will go until he dies. Or until he gets really old, and then he'll get a cool dog. Make a clone of himself.
He didn't make the clone. Amanda Waller made the clone.
Oh, that's right.
Bruce didn't even want Terry to be Batman.
That's right. Bruce means Bruce, and only he can be Batman.
I don't think that was necessarily the reasoning. More of he was a punk kid, and Bruce spent years training to become Batman.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I guess I'll just give you the suit eventually.
All right, so that was Batman Arkham Asylum. Thank you for joining. That was a lot shorter than I expected it to be. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll jump on MTGO and play some of that.
Word. I will
So
join you.
we'll take a quick break. I'll top off my beverage, use the restroom, and we will be back.